I always hate when I have to use the mic stand after Mr. Stern. Tonight is all about, as I told the kids, last week at contest was all about our best performance and really seeing what we can accomplish. Tonight is all about celebrating those accomplishments. These guys, boy, the jazz band's just really handled every challenge I've thrown in front of them this year. For only getting to rehearse about 20 minutes a day, they've really accomplished quite a bit, including just a few days ago on Saturday, they went to the Kings Island Music in the Parks Festival and achieved a superior rating for the first time in, well, quite some time. Both the judges were very impressed with the jazz band, especially the level of repertoire that they were playing, and look forward to showing them off at our next block. Right now I'd like to focus on the group that's behind me, boy, for all the challenges they've had this year, with all the weird schedules we've had over the last few weeks, with only getting to rehearse together a few handful of times this year. Again, they've just achieved every challenge I've given them. I've been able to pick some very difficult music for them tonight, some really fun stuff that I'm excited about playing, and I think they're excited about playing. We're going to start off with a really unique piece. This is a piece called the Zombie Tango. I think the name alone was enough to catch my attention, and I think about 5 seconds into listening to it, I was sold. I had to play this with the group. Really great piece of music. It is an authentic tango. Articulations are great, very authentic for a middle school band. A lot of music history steeped in this song. It's actually based on a very famous plain chant called the Dies Irae from the Roman Catholic Mass. Literally translates to the Day of Wrath. So it kind of gives you an idea of the mood they're creating with this song. We're going to feature a few solos in this piece. We're going to feature a lot of our percussion section. They get to do a rubato section, which, as they learned, is Italian for Watch Mr. Hershey, which gets to show off a lot of skills that they've worked on with this piece, the Zombie Tango. Boy, just what a fun piece of music. So hard to keep myself from dancing while they were playing that piece. Well done, guys. And again, a really challenging, tough piece. The last time I heard a band play this live was actually a different school's 8th grade band playing it. So really proud of these guys for playing that song tonight. Well, the percussion have a lot of stuff to get ready for on this next piece, so I'm going to talk for a little bit. I apologize for that. Like I said, tonight is all about celebrating these accomplishments, and back in April, we had a lot of the 7th grade band students do something that just very unique, go to solo and ensemble competition. These students agreed to learn extra music, in many cases very difficult music, and go and perform it on a Saturday for a judge, kind of on their own time. Just really proud of the students that went, and as I call your name, I'd like you to stand for recognition. I just ask you to please hold your applause until the end so all names can be heard. We'll start off with our ensembles. We had Michael actually play clarinet in an 8th grade woodwind ensemble. He joined them and they received a good rating. Let's stand up. We had Morgan played in another 8th grade ensemble. She played in a trumpet trio and earned an excellent rating. Morgan, go ahead and stand up. We had our 7th grader, 3 of our 7th grade flutes took a flute trio and earned a superior rating. That would be Lionel, Kelly, and Daniel. Stand up, guys. Let's see, we had Bobby, one of our baritones, took part in an 8th grade brass quartet and earned an excellent rating. Stand up, Bobby. Bobby also took a solo. He did double duty that day and received an excellent on a baritone solo. We had a few soloists in the 7th grade band. Sarah Mitchell took a flute solo and earned a superior. And Riley Towers took a clarinet solo and earned a superior. How about a round of applause for our solo ensemble? Very proud of them, and I hope I get to call out many more names next year. It's a great opportunity for the kids, and I would really encourage all students next year to consider going to solo and ensemble contest. Going to move into our next piece, and this is another one that took me about 30 seconds of listening to it to convince myself I had to go and buy it. Really neat piece by Randall Standridge, great band composer, called Bazaar. I always tell the kids, if you can picture about the first 15 minutes of Aladdin, that really gives you an idea of what the song is about. It's going to feature a ton of percussion instruments. I think we counted about 6 different cymbals back there. Really gets to feature almost all the percussion section. They're playing, doing some really neat music theory stuff. I had to do a little studying, but Mr. Radden kind of coached me through it. We were using the F harmonic minor scale, but starting in the Mixolydian mode of that. So whatever it means, it sounds really cool. You're going to enjoy this piece. This is called Bazaar. So last week, we got to take this band on the road. We got to do a nice little tour of Capital University over in Bexley and perform for the Ohio Music Education Association's annual adjudicated performance for large group ensembles. Very proud of these guys for going. First off, I just got to say, wonderful group of kids on here. We were on a college campus away from school, and behavior was perfect. Just a really nice group of kids, very respectful to the adults on the trip. Let's give them a round of applause just for that. A couple of the adults at Capitol made a comment of, the band doesn't want to act at contest, so keep it up, guys. They were, not a lot of 7th grade bands go to contest. I feel like that's something fairly unique for our district. I think of all the bands that were at Capitol last week, only about 4 7th grade bands were there. All the rest were 8th grade bands. And these guys, for the first time out of contest, received an excellent rating, which is the second highest they can achieve. This next piece we're about to perform is actually one that we played last week at Capitol. I want to play it again in case you weren't able to make it out and hear the band. This is a piece called Incantation and Ritual by Balmages. Features 2 very distinct themes that you're going to hear kind of woven together throughout the song. It starts off with the incantation, which is kind of like a chant I always picture, the kids of Harry Potter practicing their spells. It starts off with a very slow, soft incantation theme that just all of a sudden explodes into the ritual theme. And about halfway through the piece, they both just kind of collide and exciting finish till they finish here. We're going to feature pretty much every section of the band on this one. This is a piece that really challenged us with our soft and legato playing. Again, I just can't say it enough. I truly have the best job at Finland Middle School, getting to work with these kids every day. Don't they sound wonderful tonight, guys? Just very proud of all the hard work that these guys have done all year. Again, this is hard to believe that this is only, I think, the 7th time all year that they have played all together at the same time, and these kids even volunteered to come in for an after-school practice a couple weeks ago and did wonderfully. I mean, I don't know any other 77th graders that would stay after school for an hour and be okay with it. So I'm very proud of them, and I just cannot wait for next year's 8th grade band, having them all together, thinking about the fun things that we're going to get to do next year. I would like to point out a couple of the upcoming dates in your program, as well as a few of the other information there over the summer and for next year. You'll see that actually the first required performance for them for next year is coming up pretty soon. Before you know it, September 14th, they'll be joining the Franklin Heights Marching Band for 8th grade band night. Really good opportunity for these guys to get to know the high school band, get to work with Mr. Stern and Mr. Ragland a little bit, and just learn a little bit about what it's going to be like to be a member of the Franklin Heights Marching Band. And, well, about a year from now, they'll be signing up for that. You can also see that on September 15th, that is a Saturday, we'll be taking a float through the Grove City Arts in the Alley Parade. We'll be looking for probably about 25 of these guys to ride the float, play a few pep tunes. Again, something pretty unique to Finland. I don't see a lot of other middle school bands performing in parades like that. So keep your eyes open for some more information about that as we get closer to the new school year. Obviously, a lot of people I need to thank. This is truly a job I could not do without the support of my colleagues at Finland Middle School, the teachers being super flexible with allowing us rehearsal time during the school day, our administrators being supportive with the schedule and with our rehearsal time. Again, could not do this without Mr. Stern and Mr. Ragland. Not only did they help set up all this equipment tonight, but they're also at Finland every day helping out with rehearsal. Mr. Stern does a lot with our percussion section. Mr. Ragland's really great with the brass instruments. I know they're both, I think, in the back right now. Just give them a round of applause for all their hard work, please. I just also want to thank my family that's out here. My wife, my mother-in-law are out in the audience. I think somewhere over there. I am looking forward to, in a couple weeks, finally being able to see them again. I hear she's lovely, so. And I know, especially extra credit for her coming out tonight, being 8 months pregnant. I know this is not very comfortable for her, but so please understand if you have a question about band over the summer, I might not get to my phone in time. Just be patient. Well, speaking of summer, we do have a few things we need to take care of tomorrow as we get ready to wrap up the school year. Tomorrow, the students will be turning in all of their sheet music as well as any school instruments that we may be using, oboes, baritones, horns, tubas. I'll be doing inventory and any maintenance over the weekend, and then next Wednesday and next Thursday after school is when they'll be able to sign out their instruments for over the summer. I'll have the band room opened up between 4 and 6, and if you're not able to make it during that time, feel free to give me a call or a text and we can work out some time to get that taken care of. All right, guys, have I talked long enough? We all set up? Rested? Okay. We're going to move into our last song, another just piece that I always love. This is highlights from the Disney movie Beauty and the Beast. Just, in my opinion, one of the best Disney movies. My wife and I did fill out the bracket, and I think we said that Beauty and the Beast won. This features music written by Alan Menken, who's one of Disney's best composers. Wrote for Beauty and the Beast, Little Mermaid, Pocahontas, Hercules, Hunchback of Notre Dame. Basically all the great movies that I grew up watching, kind of giving away my age here. We're going to feature, this features 3 of the greatest songs from Beauty and the Beast. It features Belle, features Beauty, of course, Beauty and the Beast, and finishes up with Be Our Guest. again, just so proud of these guys, so proud of all their hard work. Cannot wait to be their band director again next year. I'm going to ask at this moment, we're going to let them head back to the band room and pack up. The jazz band members will play 2 songs before the 8th grade concert gets started. I would ask if you would please remain in your seats and let the kids come back to you. We find that helps alleviate the traffic in the hallways. Mr. Stern, if you're back there, could you turn on the house lights for us? Watch your eyes. So at this point, kids, look out in the audience, find your parents. We are going to dismiss them. Thank you so much and have a great rest of your summer.